Welcome in, welcome in. I know it was a little bit confusing because all of you just saw some holiday slash Christmas slash snowing slash Christmas tree, but I'm happy to let y'all know that it's not here yet. We still have a wonderful fall with the cider and the leaves and all of those fun spooky movies for Halloween and the pumpkins, but we decided this year, so we have our Labor Day sale that is happening right now as we speak. And I'm really excited because with our Labor Day sale, right now you can get a huge savings on the main site. So when we say the main site, that's brutusmonroe.com. The event site, there will very rarely be a sale, just because we already try to make our events as cost effective as possible. But on the main site right now, if you spend $75 or more, you're going to get 20% off. If you spend $150 or more, you are going to get 25% off. That is good on over 7,000 products that we currently offer on brutusmonroe.com. Now, I'm excited because I get to tell you all that we finally, after 7 years, we finally have figured it out on how to give you your discount as it should be on the website. So the way that it works out, and we're going to have a whole other video about this because there's a brand new brutusmonroe.com coming September 1st. And I can't wait for you to see it. It's been behind the scenes for a couple of weeks now, and it's beautiful. I can't wait until you see the new website. But before then, we had to make sure that we got everything right. So, and this is just going to tickle Penny because I know Penny always looks very carefully at the discounts and makes sure that they all work correctly. So now our smart system, is what we're calling it, will always give you the best discount that is available on the website. So if you are an active subscriber, meaning you are someone that subscribes to at least one of our products, that can be as low as our little stamp club, which is $5 a month. That price will never change. We lose money on it every single month, but I will always make sure that stamping is accessible to everybody. So $5 a month, all the way up to the big shebang, which is everything that we offer and everything in between. If you are subscribed to that, you receive 15% off every single day of our Brutus Monroe branded products. So if it has the Brutus Monroe logo on it, or it says Brutus Monroe, or it's Brutus Monroe branded in some way, you will always get 15% off. But if there's something happening like that's happening right now, which is our really cool Labor Day sale, you will be able to get the best discount possible, and the system will figure it out for you. So what that means is, let's say you put $75, or let's say you put $78 worth of Brutus Monroe product in your cart. The system is going to know that 20% off is better than 15%. So what it's going to do is it's automatically, this is the best part, automatically going to calculate the better deal for you. So, and that's something that I've worked, it's been years in the making getting the system to work this way, because we're probably one of the only brands that does this automatic discounting. Usually you have to get like a code every month. It's not conducive to you, our partner in creativity. So I wanted to make it super simple for you. So now the system will automatically know how to do that. We also have a huge announcement coming on September 1st about our Brutus Bucks program. I think you're going to be very excited about it. I'm very excited about it. The program is getting even better. But that announcement will not come until the 1st of September. It's going to be the first week of September. We're going to talk all about the really incredible things that are coming to the Brutus Bucks program. Because again, we want to give as much back and do the best possible thing that we can for all of you. And that's my mission every day. So also, on top of the Labor Day sale, we also have 3 free gifts that you can earn in your order. We are going to work with those tonight because I don't know, I don't know what was on or something was happening. I saw something Christmassy and I was like, all right, I want to make a Christmas card. And luckily with our industry and our hobby, you can make Christmas right now. You can make St. Patrick's Day. You can make Halloween. You could do Easter. You can do whatever you want right now. And That's what I think is just so fun about our industry. So tonight, we're going to talk about the holidays. We're going to talk about Christmas because these free gifts that you can get right now are not going to be released as a permanent part of our line until October. So you can get these items right now, early, with the free gift offering, okay? So, hi everyone, hello. Hello Luann, hello Karen, hello Brandon, hello Candy, hi everyone. I went up to the farmer's market tonight. It was the best night for the farmer's market because there was a chill in the air, there was a breeze, and I got the most delicious, it was this big, thing of homemade mac and cheese. It was so good. So let's go ahead and head down to the top view and let's talk about these freebies, shall we? And we're going to kind of demo them. We're going to make a card or two. We're going to have a lot of fun. So first and foremost, we have the brand new peppermint swirl embossing powder. And you may say, Christopher, what makes a peppermint swirl? So inside of here, hello April, let me zoom in. And this is if you spend $50 or more right now on anything on the brutusmonroe.com website. You get this automatically in your cart. So Landon, oh hello Landon. Hi Landon. So this is the peppermint swirl. What makes this the peppermint swirl, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swatch it out for us because I feel like swatching it out is really going to give you, really going to show you what it's all about. Whereas if we were just using it on a project, it might not really give us the full shebang. So let me grab this I have this little piece of scrap paper here that we can use. I should grab like an actual swatch thing, but it's easier to do it this way. So we're going to grab our sticker. And yeah, today was a day. It's going to be I think it's going to be a while to the end of the year. So we're just going to place this right like so. Okay? And this is one of our swatch dots. You can get this, you can get these, I mean, anytime. We have a very large supply of these because they have been so popular for such a long time. So we will not run out of these anytime soon. So let's go ahead and pop this up. So the reason that this peppermint swirl is so cool is it doesn't just have our ultra fine scarlet powder. Let's see if I can manage this. It also has, I think we might have done it. Oh, I messed up oh no, maybe not. It also has our ultra thick powder in it as well. Our white ultra thick powder. Let me go ahead and try to brush off some, I mean, I'm not going to get perfect, but it's okay. There we go. It's not going to be perfect, but it's, you won't be probably doing swatch dots all over your project. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your heat gun, and on this type of a powder, you want to start by heating it below. Hello, Annie. Hi, everyone. So, I'm going to start heating it from below, and you'll be able to tell when it has started to set. It's pretty quick. All right, and then we're going to heat it on the top. And the reason we do that is we don't want our white specks, we don't want to lose them because they'll fly all over the place. Okay, so now when you melt this, you're going to see how those white specks swirl around inside of there? Can you see those white specks, how they're kind of swirling around? It's a really, really, really cool powder. And again, this will not be launched until October. So you can get this right now if you spend $50 or more. Okay. Next up, we have the brand new Towering Pines Mixed Media Stencil. So the Towering Pines Mixed Media Stencil is if you spend $75 or more. We're going to demo this in a moment. I'm really excited to show this to you. It's just a really fun set. And then for the $100, you're going to receive the Candy Christmas paper pack. And unfortunately, I think it still says Labor Day paper pack, but that's because we didn't have a name for it yet when we built it into the system. But what you receive with the Candy Christmas. So also, I should say they stack. They do stack. So you would get all three of these if you spent $150 or $100. And then you spend $150, you get 25% off. So load up that cart because you're really going to save. All right, so this is what it looks like. Oh my goodness. First, let's talk about the duofoil. So you're going to get you're going to get 2 sheets for the duofoil. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. That powder. Okay. So this is the duofoil. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. So with the duofoil, you're going to get your 4 foilable pieces, okay? So you're going to get the Have a Holly Jolly Christmas with Santa on the Bike. It's the most wonderful time of the year with the little girl and the reindeer. And you can color this in. I'm going to show you how we're going to color this in. North Pole University, Ho Ho Holiday Spirit, 24/7. And then the Santa with the green snowflake background. Then also, you get the plain sheets. So these are the tri-printed sheets. So it's not shiny or has that eggshell finish like our paper pads. It's actually like a duotone print. Okay. Then you're also going to receive our brand new, let me grab a white piece of paper to show you this, our brand new acetate. So remember, the acetates are really great. I'll show you how this is. I mean, it is acetate, it's clear, and this can be foiled. But this is so much fun to use as shakers. So we are going to use this for a shaker. So we have things like Warm Winter Wishes, Farm Fresh Christmas Trees, Cut and Carry Pine, Spruce Fir, Cedar, Complimentary Hot Cocoa, and Apple Cider since 1932. I love these old vintage looks. The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, and then I love this one. North Pole Milk and Cookie Company, baking Santa's favorite since 1943. How fun is that? Oh yes, the August incentive stamp is still available, but only for, what? 3 more days? 3 more days? And then whoosh, we have the Trees and Flakes washi duo. So if you have not used one of the Brutus Monroe washi duos before, I'm going to show you how these work today. I'm so excited to share it with you. And the way that the washi duos work is wherever you see the black on the washi duo, that is where that's where it will stick to it, okay? Where the foil will stick to it, I should say. So I wanted to use the disco, but I don't know if I have any left down here, but I'm going to show you on here. Hold on, I'm just looking in my stash here. Yeah, I think we'll use this pewter ripple. So I'll zoom in so you can see here. Anywhere these snowflakes are, that is where it is going. The foil is going to stick to it. Oh, I thought I got lucky. This is disco, but I think I'm out of disco. I might be able to find some in a second here. Bear with me one moment, because I have used so much of that disco for the past several weeks that I might just finally be out of it here. That's okay. I have this one that will work just as fine. This is called Icy. We'll use this one instead, okay? And we are bringing a whole bunch back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how this works. I know that many of you have already seen how this works, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to trim it down so that you can see. I'm just going to cut it down to card width. So we'll do, this will be 4 1/4. And then we could just use this as kind of like accents on our cards. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And at 5 1/2, remember, it's not going to hurt your tape because we specially got these die cut so that you can cut them down. And then let me grab my Icy. And then I'm going to show you how it works. And now it will not foil the words, don't worry. But I still haven't found my sheet because I have not cleaned out. I know I'm the worst. I have not cleaned out my space yet. So we're gonna have to do the little tape and go, which I hate doing, but it is what it is. Well, we don't have our little sleeve. But I'm gonna show you what this is gonna look like. Give me one moment. It's going to send on through. And then we're going to get to making a card or two. But I can't wait to show you, oops, too far. I can't wait to show you what it looks like when you peel it off. And we may get a little inconsistencies because of not using our sheet, but let's hope that it did all right. Okay, ready, set, 1, 2, 3, go. Oh my word. All right, every time, it gets me every time. So let's go ahead and look at those delicate, let's zoom in, shall we? Whoops. Look at those delicate little snowflakes, how they foiled. And then just imagine, I mean, all you have to do is, take your card, or take your card base, let's see. Let me just grab a card base here. Just for funsies. Let me make it really easy. Just for funsies. I love how we go from having 7,000 card bases, we'll just do this, to none. So you just peel this off, remember, and it's already ready to go. And you can literally just put that across your card. And there is your little sparkle. Okay? And that works with the whole sheet. Now, normally you could do like do the whole thing across your card, put them on your card, and then go ahead and do that, but we just went with it today. All right? Okay. So let's figure out our cards. So I think, let me move these out of the way. I want to do a card. Obviously, I want to do a shaker because, I mean, we have the shaker bits here, so why not? And then I definitely want to do this, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, because I want to color it in. And I think it'll still look really great. So let's go ahead and cut these down. But instead of doing the foiling on here, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So I'll cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But remember, these are actually made to go on a 4 by 5 1/4, the way that they're centered. And I've already seen a lot of these go into orders, which I'm really excited about. So let's go ahead and just cut this down while we're at it. So 4 by 5 1/4. And I need to get a new blade for this. I know I say it all the time, but it's starting to get real rough. Really rough. All right, so now we can take our markers, and I think that I want her coat, and I'm just using Olo markers, nothing crazy. And you can just go right, because this is, we use a water-based ink, and actually these are printed on the same paper as our Perfect Blend. So I'm just going to color over top of this, and it's almost going to make it look like it's an inlay, right? I mean, I think it will. Is everybody having a good day so far? You may have never thought to color on the duo foils, but I do it all the time. Makes it really easy. You sure can, or you can foil after. But that's not what we're going to do tonight. We're going to do a new type of foiling that you do not need any heat for, but you'll use our new foil overlay sheets that are launching, that just launched with the Halloween glow box. Okay. Do every other one of her candy cane. And then the holly on our little deer here. Oh, and the holly in her hair. Okay. Now we're going to need some yellow for her hair. You see how this kind of takes on a completely different look? I love it. Oops, I forgot her sleeve. Okay. So let me see what we're going to do here for our deer. Up, and we'll do the bells next. I missed the bells. There we go. And can you tell this is the first time I've colored this, because I'm missing all sorts of pieces. Normally I know where every single thing is, but look at how fun. I mean, how simple. And I think we'll give her some blue. Little skates here. This is mine. That blue marker is the worst. I don't know what happened to it. I need to reach out to, maybe we'll do this purple. I think I need to reach out to Olo. Because I don't know what happened to that. And I think we'll make her mittens the same color. And then I think that's good. I love it. All right, so now we're going to do a little overlay. So this is a brand new product that we just launched. And it is like an overlay panel. So what you do, I'm going to show you the easiest way for me to do it, is I peel this back, then I'm going to place this right on our release paper here, and then I'm just going to roll it right on top, okay? So I'm just going to roll that right on top. Just make sure you got a good impression. And I'm just going to trim mine real close, because we don't want to waste any of this, because it's really good stuff. Now you could use a scissor. You could use scissors, obviously. So save this piece. You could use this too if you want, like as a release. But now we want to make sure we really get this burnished down good. And then I'm going to go in and I'm just going to trim this. Obviously, again, you can use scissors. I just love an X-Acto. Okay. And this is a product that you can now get exclusively on the event site, because it's a part of the Halloween Glow, but it will be available on the main site very soon. It's exclusive on there right now because of So many people are purchasing it with the event that it just makes sense. So now look, there was no heat needed. Isn't that beautiful? I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, so now we could just take, I think we'll do this little, what the heck am I trying to say? This peppermint. And we'll trim this down. And then, look at that. I mean, how simple and easy was that? And there's our card. I mean, you could add snowflakes, you could add all sorts of stuff to this. But how simple. I think that's it, right? What do you think? I think that's all we need. Can't find my Brutus Monroe craft glue. I think I left it at my office, so we're gonna see if there's anything left in here. Not much. I don't even know if this is gonna stick. Oh wait, there's my glue. Found it. Phew. And then we will just let that sit on here for a moment. And how simple and easy. Sticking a little too quick. All right. Oh, I love it so much. Okay. My goodness, what the heck is going on out there? All right. Pop our Share Handmade Kindness on top of there so that it can dry for a moment. And next, we're going to make a shaker card. So let's see. So do we do warm winter wishes? All right, we're going to take a vote. Let me put a piece of white paper behind this. Do we want to do either warm winter wishes or the most wonderful time of the year? First 1 to 3 while I go grab my water is the winner. Warm winter wishes or the most wonderful time of the year? Which one of those two do we want to use? All right, which one did we choose? Uh-oh. Let's see who gets the last. Most wonderful time of the year is in the lead. Who's going to win? I think it might be most wonderful time of the year. Unless Warm Winter Wishes gets another one. Oh, who's good? Oh, most wonderful time of the year won. All right. So we are again going to use a sheet from our duo. And we are going to, so we need to go ahead and we need to cut this out. with just our regular everyday paper trimmer. So this is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, and then that is what our beautiful little shaker panel is going to look like, because we're going to make a shaker. I don't know if I told you that. We're going to use one of my favorite embellishments. This is the Pearly Snowflakes from Buttons Galore. And you'll see that this is just centered on there. Now, what I could do is I could foil this. I'm not going to. Now, this is foilable. I want to, again, I'm going to use my overlay again, because you can use this overlay also on the clear acetate, and that's going to add just even more sparkle on top of here. So what I like to do is I like to place it on here so that I can see what I'm working with. Okay, then you're just going to take your overlay and place it right on top. Again, just evenly zhuzhing it out. If you have a little air bubble, that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything because this is going to be completely clear. But I've been really loving working with these overlays. And as long as you all love them, as much as we've been loving them, we have more on the way. Okay, so now when it's clear, can't see much, but how beautiful is that going to be? Oh, I love it so much. All right. So now what we need to do is I think we're going to use some red, okay? Some red as our little border here, all right? So I need to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then we're going to cut a window into it. It's going to be one of the easiest shaker cards you've ever seen. Don't blink. Do not blink, because if you blink, you're going to miss how simple this is. All right, so now we've got to grab, hold on. And also, if you want this to be super flat, you can run this through a laminator. Like I'm going to run this through the laminator right now, and it's just going to really flatten it out even more. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab a rectangle once that comes out of there, and we're just going to grab, it's probably going to be, I'd say probably this one. We're going to double check the sizing. Love these little rings for my thingy. And I'm going to actually take this, our mixed media thing. This is what I've been setting my hot, like, laminated pieces into. Got rolled up inside of my laminator, but that's what it's going to do to it. So let me set it under here. It'll straighten itself out once we add the paper to it. Don't you worry. Just got a little jammed up in there because it rolled under. This is good now. We can go ahead and we'll put that on a card base in there. But I've been setting it on here so that it doesn't get all overworked. So let's go ahead and lay this down. Make sure that we can see everything, and we can. All right, that literally went around the roller, around the darn roller in my laminator. You want to try to stay away from that. But it happens to the best of us. You should always put it in with a piece of cardstock, and I wasn't. I didn't follow my own rule. It is what it is. It just happens sometimes when you're making cards, right? It is what it is. All right, so now let's run this through my Gina K Intracut machine. Don't leave home without it. Ooh. My goodness, I don't know what pressure I have this on, but it's on. It's doing something. It's doing something. All right. Okay. And then we'll just have our little lip. That's all we need to go around the outside, just to cover up where we're going to put our, where we are going to put our foam tape. All right, and what we need to do is we need to attach this to here, and it's going to be a little troublemaker. Because of that. So let's do this actually first. Let's go ahead and we're going to attach this first, okay? I'm going to make it much easier. So we're going to go ahead and take some foam tape. Only because it rolled on me. If it didn't roll on you, you wouldn't have this issue. But just make sure that you put a piece, you know, of foil, or not foil, a piece of cardstock in there when you're trying to send that through your laminator. But this will stick it down good. It won't be going anywhere after this. I can tell you that much. Oh, do we have enough here, please? Oh, it's like just enough. I might have to put a little squirt of glue under there. So let's go ahead and press this down really well. Okay. Now just one more side, and we're going to roll this down like a sardine can. All right. Just want to make sure that this fits, and it does. All right, so now we're going to throw some of our gems underneath. Oh, these are taped, I forgot. Thank goodness, because sometimes they explode. Alright, so we're going to take some of our little snowflakes. I'm going to try not to grab a lot of the big pearls because they don't function as well. Alright, then we can close this up, and then see that shaker bit underneath of there? Alright, and now we take our piece and see how that just fits perfectly over top. It looked real messy, but since we got that piece over top of there, it's one of those you just got to trust the process. Okay. Then we pop our overlay over top. And you could foil as well if you wanted to. And then you could add other elements if you would like. I'm just keeping it simple because for today and tonight and the madness of getting everything done that I need to get done in the next several days, simple is key for me now, my folks. Unless we're doing a class or something, I gotta keep it simple to the end of the year, because when I tell you that we've got a lot coming and a lot going on, I'm not kidding with you. All right. So next, we just add our glue to the back here. Oops. Gonna add a lot of glue because this is gonna be kind of heavy. And plop that down. And there's our most wonderful time of the year. And then let's do our last one, where we again did our overlay. Okay. Simple, simple, simple. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. What is under there? Oh my goodness, is there a sprinkle? No? Oh, it's right here. Oh my goodness, I hope it still sticks. There we go. I was like, what the heck? So there is our last card. So we did 2 with an overlay. So simple, so easy. And these are just made with the freebies. I'm going to put this under here because there's a lot of layers, and we want to make sure it really sticks well. So yeah. You sure can. You sure can. You can foil, you can overlay, you can do all the things. It's a lot of fun. So that's all I have for you tonight. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. I do hope that you're able to take part of the Labor Day sale. It's a huge promo we have right now. There's going to be some marketing going out. I think 7:30ish Eastern Standard. I don't know. I have to look at the the marketing schedule, but there is some stuff going out for all of you to see via email, kind of some info about the sale. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for being a part of my life. Remember to create something every single day, whether it is simply a holiday card or your own ending. I love you very much.